Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Starts Park Kirkcaldy. I have to say a beautiful Saturday afternoon here. Let's start with introductions. A little change to our lineup before we get on to the changes in the team's lineup. You recognise my voice, albeit it's a wee bit lurgy induced. It's Davey Hancock who will take you through certainly the first part of the game, and I'm joined this week by my friend and yours, Phil Nicholson.
Good afternoon, Davey. Afternoon to all the Raith Rovers listeners and possibly Falkirk listeners.
Absolutely, and of course we'll have viewers round about the globe today as well. It's Tunnock's Caramel Wafer Cup Round 3. I have to read that off the team line because it just still seems quite incredible that that's the name of a professional football tournament. And we're going to set off before the teams come up, just be running through the lineup. So I'll quickly take you through Raith Rovers. I think there's some changes in there. Maybe not as many as we expected though. We've got Ross Monroe, Michael Miller, Kieran McDonald, Ian Davidson, Kyle Benedictus, Regan Henry, Lewis Allen, Grant Anderson, Brad Spencer, Dylan Tate and Kieran Bowie. Subs for the Rovers: Davy McGurn, Fernando Mendy, Lewis Vaughan, I'll repeat that, Lewis Vaughan, Dave Mackay, Jamie Watson and new signing Stephen Anderson. Phil, you want to take us through the much changed Falkirk team?
Yeah, Falkirk line up with 7 changes from last week's 0-0 draw with Airdrie. They line up with Robbie Much in goals, Paul Dixon, Gregor Buchanan, Mark Durnan, Ian McShane, Denny Johnston, Louis Longridge, Gary Miller, Robbie Leach, Lewis Moore and Charlie Telfer. On the bench for Falkirk, ex-Rover Lewis Toshney. They've got Morgaro Gomez, Aidan Connolly, Declan McManus, Ross McLean, Michael Tidser and Connor Salmon. The referee today is Greg Aitken.
Raith Rovers will be attacking the McDermott stand first half. Balls nudged back to the goalkeeper there. Momentarily it looked like he'd lost his footing and it might have been a disastrous start, but Jordan Monroe managed to just grab the ball there. It is indeed a new goalkeeper's kit that the Rovers goalies are sporting, a kind of pink and purple effort. Not the worst that I've seen, I have to say. Ian Davidson's under that ball, but he's beaten to it. Falkirk looking to make some early inroads up their left hand side, the main stand side. Goes out for a Raith Rovers throw in. Kieran Bowie leading the line today. Dylan Tate start as well, great to see. I think he's a young man of much promise, Dylan Tate. Can only judge him against a development level, but I'm always amazed when these young lads come in how comfortable they are, and they just don't show the nerves that we would expect as fans, you know.
Just take a look at the Falkirk lineup today, Davey. As I say, 7 changes, but it's not a bad squad you have when you're bringing in Denny Johnston, Louis Longridge, and Lewis Moore into your team, Charlie Telfer. Pretty strong squad. I think they spent a bit in the summer, and obviously looking to go back up first time.
Yeah, they're certainly the big spenders in the group. Ball's played back rather than forward momentarily. The singing section have turned up today at the back of the south stand. They're giving it laldy. Let's catch up with the chat board. Familiar names in there as always. Yep, Louis Vaughan back is great to see for us all.
And I think Louis played midweek, Davey, in a bounce game.
He did, yeah. Played against Tynecastle and I think it was a 5-1 win. Picked up 2 goals. Played 55 minutes. Ball's in there that Ian Davidson deals with. Need Allen to get involved. And I don't really know how to read this game, Phil. Is it a chance for us to kind of suss each other out, or is it a free hit on both fronts? But you imagine if one team wins by a number of goals today, it certainly makes that first league game.
I think you want to put a marker down, but what you don't want to do is risk too many injuries or suspensions, and I think obviously John McGlynn's taking this very, very seriously. One enforced change, only 2 other changes in addition to that. Falkirk, as I say, a deeper squad, so they've made 7 changes, so I think both teams will be keen to win today.
Well, it's a corner's going to test us early on. Let's see how the keeper marshals his line there. It's up, it's needing dealt with, and it's out for another corner at the other side. I think it was Benedictus who got the flick. Glanced off his head out for a corner kick, main stand side. Either to Kenny Smith on his holidays as well. It's that time of the year where many familiar faces are off on their travels.
Neil Russell, of course, being one of them, Davey.
Absolutely. If there's a beer festival in the Eastern Bloc, he's there. There's the ball, back post, keeper stays in his line.
Great header there from Grant Anderson to clear in the 6-yard box.
Cleared by Allen. At the moment the ball's just coming right back on top of us. Well, there's a surprise when we see the most forward-thinking player was Dylan Tate there. Thought that was a foul, but referee Greg Aitken lets play go on. Thought that Allen was just blocked off the ball.
It's worth noting today, Davey, that Falkirk, ball just coming through there to the Rovers keeper. Falkirk haven't yet scored in the league away from home. Hopefully that's an omen for today as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that they've had a bit of a surprise welcome to League One football. I think you may have been anticipating that they were going to see Celtic-esque scorelines across the first number of weeks. Actually, they've 1 point out of 6 in the last 2 games. The greatest pity is that we weren't able to take advantage of that with their showing in Methil last Saturday.
There's an interesting wee bit of play on the far side there, David. Kieran McDonald bursting forward, and he showed a tremendous little bit of pace over about 20 yards there. I must admit I've not really seen that early on in the season, but nice wee burst of pace. Ball's down with there, in the Rovers corner here. It's Falkirk coming away with it with Lewis Moore. Ball goes out, both teams claiming for a throw. It's going to go to Falkirk, just in front of the Falkirk dugout. Interesting to see both Ray McKinnon and John McGlynn down here on the touchline. Kind of weird setup. Falkirk just playing the ball all the way back to Gregor Buchanan, who knocks it to the goalkeeper Robbie Much. He's got time. Both teams reshaping. Much looking for options. He's going to be closed down by Lewis Allen, and he plays it long, deep into the Rovers half. Davidson's up. He's out jumped for it by Lewis Moore, but it runs through to goalkeeper Ross Monroe, or Geordie as we better know him.
Thank you, Phil. I'm just trying to sort out some access issues by some of our fans around the globe who are messaging me saying, why am I not getting this? How can you do that? Can you sort this out for me? It's always easy to sort things out when you're trying to commentate on a game at the same time.
Davey will fix it. Ball's back in the Rovers half. Benedictus just knocks it back to the keeper. Looks for Davidson on the right here. Plays it back to the keeper. Falkirk closing down. Falkirk pushing up with six players in the Rovers half. Ball's lofted high to Grant Anderson, but he can't quite get to it. And Falkirk break with Charlie Telfer, knocks it wide. Ball into the box. Oh, great chance there from Denny Johnston. He was left in acres of space and had a free header and headers it over the bar, and that was a bit of a let-off for Rovers.
It set up absolutely perfectly for Denny Johnston there, just taking a glance his head round it. But
Falkirk attacking in numbers there. There's 6 players there in support of that attack.
Yeah, John McGlynn looked a little bit exasperated there as the ball came forward at pace up our left-hand side there, right. Again, we persevere with this 1970s Liverpool passing the ball across the back four. Davidson's looking for movement in front of him.
Good composure by Tate.
Here, young Tate. I think the ball was taken off his foot there by Johnson. And Davidson. Mikey Miller. What have you made of Miller's performances of late? Is that a player that you like the look of, Phil?
Yeah, he looks good composed player. I'd like to see him getting forward a bit more, as I would with McDonald. I thought at the start of the season, I thought both players got forward really well and gave us another option, but in more recent games I think they've sat deeper and it's given us less width, but hopefully today we'll see Miller getting forward.
Yeah, ball's all the way back to Robbie Much in goal, on the head to toe in yellow. Falkirk fans have travelled in numbers for the tournament. Sure helped by the fact that it is just up the road. That ball looked to me as it was out. Yeah, referee finally blows the whistle there. Fair play to Tate, because he's, well, maybe not fair play. John McGlynn puts both his arms out saying, how's that a free kick? I'm not entirely sure. I thought that Tate's first touch was heavy, but he put in a nice tackle.
I thought it was a fair
Falkirk
challenge.
Player didn't look for the free kick, but referee slows play down and we're back off and running with Falkirk on the right hand side. SM stand, we'll call it. Benedictus is up, good header. Allen doing what Allen does. Regan Henry disappointed that Bowie had waited so long. He was looking to play a Nice little 1-2, I think, there. Regan Henry playing against Falkirk, one of the teams that we know are heavily interested in his signature. I do get the feeling that there was better offers financially on the plate for Regan Henry. I only mention that just as an indication of respect that we have for this guy. He's went to where it feels comfortable. I always struck with that line in the first interview when he came back. This place feels like home. Lovely.
I mean, there has been some criticism of the midfield over the last couple of weeks, but I mean, I think we are blessed with Regan Henry and Brad Spencer, two really quality football players in the middle of that park, and I'm sure over a piece they're going to really come into the fore and make that difference for Rover.
Ian Davidson's going to come forward.
It's going to be Miller on the right, cuts inside, looking for Hendry. He sprays it nicely wide to Grant Anderson on the SM stand side. Plays it wide to McDonald, ball into the box, good ball in, dangerous, oh, and it just breaks for a Falkirk defender there, very lucky. Great ball in though by McDonald. That's good pressure there from Bowie. Forces the throw in to Falkirk, deep in the half. Rovers fans really get behind the team today, as Davey said. They're camped up the back there, about 30 or 40 of them, in very fine voice. Falkirk fans are a little bit more subdued, but I'm sure given the opportunity they will come to the voice. So it's going to be a throw to Falkirk. Just thrown down in front of the Falkirk dugout, flicked on, and Davidson's chasing back and well composed, knocks it back to Ross Monroe. Plays it back out to Davidson, and he's closed very quickly by Denny Johnson. Finds Regan Henry, who always seems to find a bit of time and space. Again, Falkirk closes down, and Davidson's looking for options, finds one in Brad Spencer. Spencer plays a lovely ball with the outside of his foot wide out to Kieran McDonald. McDonald can't find anybody forward. Benedictus plays a long ball, but he's asking a lot of Grant Anderson, and that's going to roll out for a Falkirk goal kick. 10 minutes gone here in this Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Cup third round match.
Still doesn't sound right, Phil.
No, I'm thinking
how many times we say it.
The player that gets his medal and he's talking to his grandchildren in 20 years time talking about, or 40 years time, I've got my Tunnocks Caramel Wafer medal. It's not going to sound good, is it?
Well, I did make the error of coming down and without thinking say that somebody had came in during the night and left two logs behind the goals as well. Two advertising hoardings in the shape of the famous wafer. Raith Rovers throw-in underneath the TV gantry. He certainly came into the game a little bit more across the last couple of minutes. Oh, this is a little bit sloppy at the back there. When have we said that before? Right hand side for Falkirk. They load the box early, don't they? And this is a chance to dink a ball into the back post. Keeper punches rather than grabs. Bowie, I think, wins a throw-in. I think Bowie just pulled out of that by about 5%, and I'm really glad to say that was the case, because that's one where both players going fully committed. One of them is coming off with an injury, even if it's just a little twist. And I do wonder, they would never admit it publicly, but I'm sure that Ray and John have said, remember where we are and what this is.
Yeah. Well, I think Bowie did the right thing.
It's a long ball play from Ian Davison up to the halfway line, brought down by Manbun. Played inside, nice little shuttling of the ball via Gregor Buchanan. Falkirk captain, he's back on the ball there. Very poor ball, only finds Bowie. Tries to skip past the Falkirk player, but doesn't fall to his advantage. Charlie Telfer. Everybody who follows lower league Scottish football knows what a talent he is. And I think that'll be everyone out with anyone who supports Green up Morton, who probably went from he's the best player in the league to the worst. One of a number of Morton players that have followed Ray across to Falkirk. There's a chance in at the back post here. It's going to be dinked over. It's in. It's too high. Clearly it was going to be too high, but it'll need mopped up at the back post by Anderson. It's a throw in about 18 yards out, front of the railway stand. It's a nice tempo to the game. Here come Raith Rovers. 3 very quick passes, and we're moving into the Falkirk half with Regan Henry. If he times this well, he's looking for the run. He's found it. That Kieran Bowie, shoulder to shoulder, goes round, drops the shoulder, tries to dink it, wins a corner.
Great run from Bowie there. He read the situation, saw that Hendry was looking for an option, and he gave him one wide on the right. Well played, Kieran Bowie.
There's a lone swallow. Swoops across the playing surface.
So poetic, David.
Yeah, just caught my eye there. Well, one swallow doesn't make a summer because we're into autumn now. It's going to be is it Regan to take this? Left-footed.
Hendry, yep.
He's gone very deep. Keeper comes, retreats back onto his line. Now he's going to have to get involved to stop Falkirk moving away with this. He's done really well there, Kieran Bowie. I think he possibly lost out in the physical aspect of that, but
he broke up play, didn't he?
Stopped Louis Longridge gaining 20 yards there. And we've got Falkirk pinned back for a little bit here. The cannon back to Much. And here they come on the left hand side. A little bit too much football there. Free kick to Raith Rovers. Benedictus adjudged to be fouled. I thought he'd slipped there actually.
We'll take it though.
We'll always take them, yep, wearing the captain's armband. Brad
So
Spencer.
Davy McGurn, Davy reached a nice milestone last week of 250 Raith Rovers appearances, so congratulations to Davy for that.
Well, it just feels right, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Great club servant.
Switched out to McDonald, as Phil says, offers handball there. Yeah, the referee's going to give that. Wait to see if it was lucky in the bounce, but a chance for McDonald to deliver it.
And maybe one of the things we could be accused of over the last few weeks, Davy, is delivery into the box not been spot on all the time, and definitely with likes of Spencer and Hendry, we should be dangerous from these positions, and this is a good opportunity in front of the SM stand.
And if we're not talking about set pieces, just from free open football, I think that McDonald's delivery, he gets into such good positions. A header, a crossface, a goal, Ian Davidson, it's 30 feet in the air. That's a penalty kick, referee, all day long. Referee points to the spot, and Raith Rovers have a penalty. What on earth was the defender thinking about?
Very naive defending.
He was up early, and he's absolutely bodied our player who
Michael Miller just stood his
Michael
ground.
Miller, who just stood he's waiting on the ball to come down.
The guy's all
Seems
over
to
him.
have fell really awkwardly as well. I'm looking towards his collarbone.
Well, with 16 minutes gone in the match, it's going to be a penalty to Raith Rovers.
Take it. He'll be trying to get the penalty stats up before Louis Vaughan makes an appearance, left-footed. Here we go, 1-on-1, Regan Hendry, there's the whistle, runs up, left-footed, shoots, scores. Raith Rovers 1, Falkirk 0. And I don't quite know why, but Regan Hendry's just celebrated with gusto in front of the Falkirk fans. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a little story to that.
Yeah, Hendry
and
went
again,
up
there's
there.
another gesture.
Yeah. Obviously some message to the Falkirk fans that we're maybe not quite aware of, but it might allude to the thing you were talking about, Davey. They were interested in his signature at the start of the season, and maybe that's Regan telling him he's signed for the right club. But well done, Rovers, 1-0, 17 minutes gone in the game. Raith Rovers 1, Falkirk 0.
We soaked up a bit of pressure. We started to turn the game and have been given a gift.
I'm sure if you're Ray McKinnon, you're thinking, my job here's hard enough, and
yes.
I certainly don't need defending like that.
Yes, Regan Hendry hits the window of the commentary box. What's that all about? A clearance. I'll commentate through this throw-in. Well,
I'll fix the window.
Phil goes and gets the putty knife. It's Dixon to take the throw-in.
It's lucky it's a nice afternoon, because that hole there in the window just gives a lovely bit of ventilation.
Absolutely. David. Ball comes off Mikey Miller's hand, but referee didn't see it. Plays it up the line, and I think he's just really bought a wee bit of space. I was had to give Phil a heads up that I've got the dreaded lurgy today, but he was kind enough to say I'll take the risk. But on the way in, I bumped into Ray McKinnon. We said hello, and he came over to shake my hand, and I had to say I've got the flu, Ray. You might not want to come too close. And then with hindsight, I thought I should have been wiping the beak oil on my hand and saying, "Good to see you, ex-gaffer." as Falkirk have 8 men out with the flu next week, but I was far too kind, far too honest a person. Falkirk in possession, play the ball up their right hand side, leads Grant Anderson to chase back. Benedictus, 9 iron clearance to Allen.
And that's the one thing you get from Grant Anderson, you know, he's good going forward, but he does give, you know, assistance to his defenders coming back and covering, and 2 or 3 times already today he's provided good cover. It's Falkirk on the ball just on the halfway line, looking to move forward.
Welcome to
But
William
again,
McGregor.
Anderson in with a nice tackle. And it's out for a Rovers throw on the far side in front of the railway stand. McDonald with the throw. Looking to find Grant Anderson down the line. He's been marked out of the game. It's going to be a short one. Take to Regan Hendry. Hendry plays it forward looking for Lewis Allen, but can't find him. It's back out for a Rovers throw, headed out by Falkirk captain Gregor Buchanan.
Well, the ball's out of play. Phil could just deal with some admin here. Great to have you logged in with the pictures, Willie. We'll be exchanging messages there. Could someone let Johnny Be Good know on the chat board that if he or she has an audio pass account, then you can't just flick on the video. You'll have to log in with a new email address to buy the video. Sometimes people are away on holiday and think that they're just interchangeable, but if you've got a free audio pass, it's not as straightforward as that. That will save me typing out lots of messages as Falkirk try and move into our final third. There's a nice little switch of play out to the right hand side. They're going to deliver a ball early, back post should run out for a goal kick. It's well dealt with, back in numbers. What do you make of the signing of Stephen Anderson, Phil?
I think a very experienced player. You know, certainly did a job for St Johnstone. 411 appearances, 18 goals. You know, had a small spell out with Partick at the start of this year, start of 2019. Played about 16 games for them. I think, you know, what I know of him, he's an organiser, he's a talker, and I think, you know, for youngsters who are playing with him and off the field, I think he'll be a great asset. And you know, we've got him to the end of the season, and you know, yep, it's going to be interesting to see where John McGlynn thinks he fits in. You know, we've already got Benedictus, Davidson, Mendy, Dave Mackay, so we're all central defenders.
Mikey Miller can play in at the centre half as well. Balls out to the back post, offside flags up. I think there's also a little shove on the back there from Dylan Tate on the defender. So
I'm thinking it's kind of a short-term replacement certainly for Ross Matthews, and somehow they'll juggle those defenders and the kind of Ross Matthews position. But how John McGlynn does it, we shall wait and see. But no, I think it's a good signing. Very experienced player.
There's a ball played out wide for Mikey Miller.
Interesting stat is that Stephen Anderson actually made his competitive debut against Raith Rovers for St Johnstone back in 2004, 28th August 2004, and also got his first sending off for bringing down Hamid Sacco.
Yeah, I had a wee look on at the team that we put out that day. My goodness. I'll tell you what, that team it won 1-0. Handballs missed by the referee there.
Oh, you're saying that, but Ian Davidson couldn't get a game. He was on the bench that day, Davey, so I don't know what to make of that when you looked at the first 11. I think it was Kevin Fotheringham was the goal scorer that day.
The roller coaster of Raith Rovers is such that
for St John's,
dark times are never far away. Falkirk unhappy with the award of a free kick on the halfway line. And Anderson, you seemed to be stronger in the challenge. You turned away.
A little bit of dissent there, which the referee's not really reacted to.
He's done well there because you know, my bugbear is yellow cards for not very much. Brad Spencer links up some play, and Ian Davison gets a chance to stride forward. He's looking for the gap between him and the wide player to be shortened. Little give and go there. Doesn't manage to make its way through to McDonald.
I'll tell you what, Dave, it's an absolute cracking day out there, isn't it? Such part bathed in sunshine, absolutely beautiful.
It's a 50-50 challenge. Well, it's not 50-50 when Ian Davidson's going for it. Well done, Davo. Strong, fair. The way he's walking makes me think that his ankle's probably absolutely louping, but he's not going to show any weakness. We'll wait till there's nobody watching and then give it a little rub. That's what yeah, there's a little hobble now. Yeah. Nobody's looking at him except for the idiot with a microphone.
I think he's come off the worst of that one. Robbie
Yeah.
Leach just looks like he's not phased by that, but that
So it wasn't even about putting down a marker there, that was just about a will to win that ball.
Yeah.
He's in again, Davison header in the middle of the park. Good play to the Falkirk player. It was a good first touch there, because if it hadn't been, then Bowie would have been in on it. Here they come, left hand side. Mikey Miller's following the run up. They're looking to try and create a chance to get the ball into the box. Falkirk. Good industrious work in middle of the park. And we win the ball back. I thought that Dylan Tate done really well there as well.
Good work from Tate and Spencer there in the
Seems
centre.
to be almost playing in the most advanced role of the midfield players so far, Phil.
Yeah, no, he's some nice little link-up play, and certainly doesn't look out of place. Doesn't look like the wee boy out with the big boys, does he?
No, I mean, much slighter of stature. That one holding back. Grant Anderson flags up. John McGlynn's not happy. Falkirk get getting back underway quickly. 24 minutes have whistled past. Raith Rovers a goal to the good. Penalty kick. Dispatched by Regan Henry. I wonder if that might be the world of social media or something. Maybe he's been getting it tight from Falkirk fans. Something, there was certainly a wee edge there to his celebration. Nothing that's going to get my yellow card, but we'll let time tell that tale. It's Falkirk with the ball in front of our technical area. Mikey Miller plays it directly out of play. Maybe Dixon to restart in front of the fourth official. Dixon gets the ball back. Shane moves it out. Longridge. Scorer of that incredible goal in that incredible game. 3-3 it was. I have to say it's the goal that I always remember for the most awful piece of commentary when we think back to Rangers TV's complete lack of respect that they gave the goal. It amuses me greatly. You and I were on the mics that day as well, Phil.
Yes, indeed. It was actually a pleasure to commentate on that one.
Did you get a chance to watch? It's on YouTube. I think it's called The Game in 90. Rangers do I think it's quite a good feature where it's the 90 minutes and 90 seconds. And the commentary. Raith, Longridge, shot, goal. That was it. Our commentary
Very generous.
Our commentary was a little bit more colourful.
I think ours was more a Brazilian style, wasn't it? Goal!
So here we go, up left hand side, front of the main stand. Here come Falkirk. Played the ball into the 6-yard box.
Denny Johnson looks like he's taking a sore one in the middle of the park.
I think we'll maybe see the ball played out. Regan Henry sportingly puts his hands above his head and says, I'm going to just play it out. Falkirk have not fully assimilated into the League One surroundings because they've still got their names in the back of their jersey. Something you don't not required to do. Looking at the
is that just their assumption that they're going back up and so they're preparing for it?
This is a 2-year deal. Maybe they've thought it's only a matter of time. We need to do it. We'll do it now. Well, the press is warm.
So it's a very, very good game so far. Very good tempo about it. Both teams looking to attack. Not too many goal-mouth incidents, but certainly it's played at a pace.
Yeah, I think the keeper's work's really been just about organising their defences rather than anything else. There was one little call to arms for Monroe that you commented on, but he's back underway. Very direct ball from Davison, played quite low trajectory. Falkirk trying to dink a ball around the other side of McDonald. He's going to deal with it rather than let it run out for a throw in. Just kept in play. Yep, the flag stays down. There comes Falkirk. Dixon. He plays it first time. Benedictus is. I thought he's fouled there.
Yeah, a strong challenge there for Denny Johnson.
Boot to the chest actually.
Yep.
Not malicious, but expected the whistle to go. It didn't. Grant Anderson. He's looking for an overlap. Nowhere near enough precision. Never mind pace on that one. Ian McShane stride forward. Mickey Miller's going to have to track this back. He's played out for a corner. I think he was playing that safe rather than risking going to the goalkeeper. I don't think it was actually intended for the goalkeeper.
It wasn't actually too much pressure, but he probably did the right thing. He's played for safety instead of trying to find the keeper. And, you know, we've seen plenty of circumstances where you try and find the keeper, it goes short, or you knock it past them, and we're in trouble. So
yeah, that's what I read into that, because I was expecting it just to be nudged back to Monroe's gloves, but a corner kick in front of the main stand.
Rovers have every player back in the box for this one to defend.
That tells a tale, doesn't it? There's the delivery, it's up all the way out, and it'll need to be slung in the box again. Bouncing about in there, side netting, goal kick.
Dangerous moment there. Ball came across, and it was Denny Johnson headed it back across goal, and Buchanan just tried to get his foot round the defender, couldn't quite get it, and goes into the side net. But bit of danger, but so far so good. 28 minutes gone. John Glenn again looking frustrated. Rovers not getting the ball forward quick enough from the goal kick.
Catching up with the chat board there, Phil. William McGregor saying, first match on Raith TV, how we doing? And the first reply is above average. I'm hoping that's about the team and not about you and I.
Oh, I'll take above average any day of the week.
Mind you, above average, that's going to have Neil Russell panicking that he's not going to get the microphone back if we hit the dizzy heights of average.
He's staying in Bulgaria, I tell you.
Yeah, Levski Sofia have got him on a swap deal. Ian Davidson plays it back to the young goalkeeper. Two goalkeepers, both left-footed. Raith Rovers this season. Goes goalkeeper to goalkeeper is Robbie Much, looking for his options. He's out to Dixon. Again, Raith Rovers back in numbers, and back in numbers early. 10 men behind the ball, only Lewis Allen up top. Just about to reach the half-hour mark. 1-0 still to score for Raith Rovers. Triangle of passes, should see the ball delivered into the box. It is, keeper comes, punches that, not wholly convincingly, but it does make its way out for a throw-in. Probably 10 yards from the touchline, main stand side. All the way back to Dixon. He lifts the ball over to his teammate Telfer. Ball stays in play. We were looking for a throw-in there. We switched off a little bit. Thankfully Ian Davidson didn't. Nice round of applause there. And the South Stand appreciating Davo's work. Brad Spencer should get the ball under our control. Allen. It's all very tight in there. Must be about 5 players in a little box about 2 metres wide. Falkirk just they move on with the game. One of their own players is down. We've got 2 players tying their laces. We've got 1 player massaging his ankle. The game goes on.
Falkirk playing the game with a lot of width, Davey, like spraying it wide.
Absolutely, at any opportunity the ball goes from left to right. It's over on the right just now, and they've not looked to get it into the box early. You know, they will look to play through you as well.
Just a little spell of pressure here for Rovers. Rovers camped out in their deep in their own half. Falkirk just, you know, plenty of the ball. Durnan dinks it forward for Longridge, who's just can't get the toe end on it and runs through to keeper Ross Monroe.
Longridge isn't happy with the quality of the ball, but I thought it was a nice little bit of vision from Durnan there. The game's probably unfair to say it's gone down to kind of walking pace, but it's certainly not a ferocious cup tie.
And there's a pleasant sight. Louis Vaughan coming back from the warm-up along with Dave McGurn and Dave Mackay. Great to see the young man back in the squad.
So all the way back to Monroe and the Raith Rovers goal. And eventually the goalkeeper will play it up the park.
Playing for time, Davey.
You'll have got a memory as long as mine. You'll remember some epic cup ties against Falkirk.
Yeah.
This is not measuring up to be one of them in terms of the ferocity of fans' reaction. Thinking back to games along at Brockville and the like. I think we're just here to watch a game of football today. It's the level of esteem that this cup's been held in. Could have been worse. We could have been Cove Rangers away playing Connors Quay.
Yeah, there's some interesting teams still left in the tournament as of 3 o'clock today. Solihull Moors travelling up to Kelty today, and Wrexham, and Connors Quay.
Peculiar.
very interesting tournament.
It's a free kick Falkirk will take. They've loaded the box. We've got 10 men behind the ball. One-man wall. Dylan Tate, I think he's more marking space than anything else. It's high, it's long, it's deep, and it's cleared by Benedictus. Regan Henry's rugby tackled. His jersey. Goodness me. The referee needs to get involved here because the Falkirk player is absolutely.
You know what's going to happen here, Davey? I bet both players. Yeah, which is ridiculous because the foul is clearly Charlie Telfer.
He's fouled Henry. He's got two arms of his jersey, and Regan Henry's pushing him to try and get himself free to play the ball. And I think Phil's right. What we'll see is a yellow card for both. That's nonsense.
Absolute ridiculous.
Ridiculous
decision.
Nonsense. Charlie Telfer fouls, then holds the jersey. I mean, I made probably a silly comment, but I'll make it again from last week, where it's almost as if we need a third card because.
Yeah, like a green card or something.
A green card somewhere in the middle, because you see somebody being wiped out and they get a yellow card, and then somebody gets a yellow card for a little bit of back chat to the referee. But I mean, that's so frustrating.
Because the only thing Henry did wrong there was try to free himself from the hold that Charlie Telfer had on his jersey, which is it's just not an offence. It's ridiculous. Very disappointing.
And if you're giving Henry the yellow card, then it needs to be the card above. Here come Falkirk, and here comes Ian Davidson to.
Not for the first time, David tidies up at the back and does a great job.
A really good afternoon, Ian Davidson. Mikey Miller's nudged off the ball but wins a throw in just in front of our vantage point. Such a quiet character, Mikey Miller. Spoke to him after one of the recent games, and he's sharing how much he's enjoying himself here. I don't think he's an easily excitable guy.
Cool head.
Regan Henry bursting forward, looking for a bit of overlap from McDonald. He gets the ball, but he's on his heels when it arrives. Brad Spencer, Ian Davidson. Never flustered Ian Davidson, out to Mikey Miller. A little bit of keep ball from Raith Rovers. There's a foul. Difficult for us to see. Rather annoyingly, some of the technical staff at Falkirk of standing on the platform behind the dugout.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on those guys. They're doing as much management as Ray McKinnon, with their pointing and gesturing and suggestions for where players should be.
A section of the pitch. We used to get the ground staff to put up some tape there. I think we might go back to that. Eventually the free kick will be taken. Referees just keep an eye on all the pushing and shoving. It will be Henry to take it. It's right on top of the goalkeeper, and it's right into his hands. The idea was clearly to just drop it where the keeper thinks, nah, I'm not going to come for that, but a wee bit too much on it. Here come Falkirk. Oh, Davidson palms off.
Did really well.
Yes, more. So the referee might have shown an interest in that. Thankfully he didn't.
But even if he had, it was a good place to give away a free kick.
Yeah,
more was through, right?
Yeah, Telfer is to go back rather than forward. Ray McKinnon unhappy with the travel of the ball. Grant Anderson intercepts. Oh, lovely drag back from Brad Spencer. Oh, young Tate there. He tried to play it through to Allen, but the ball stuck under his boot. We're back in possession. Little back heel there from Bowie, and it's
lovely football from Raith Rovers. Great interchange, great play. Yeah, Tate lost the ball, but he didn't panic, and he kept a cool head, went back and got it again. Credit to him for that.
Yeah, nice bit of vocals there from Lewis Allen, encouraging the young lad. Referees involved, I'm not quite sure why.
A ball on the pitch.
Two balls on the pitch, yep. Yeah. Dylan Tate goes down under a challenge, and we get a free kick. That looks a wee bit soft. It was actually the assistant referee on the Pratt Street side that gave it. And as you'll know, it's going to come next out of my mouth when I say it's a free kick. It'll be Regan Henry to take it. Looks like the chat board has all helped each other out. Thank you for that. I want everybody to hear and see what they can. Free kick will be delivered by Regan Henry near the touchline. Look towards a penalty spot. Ooh, keeper spills it, but it's hacked clear. Shot and goal from Dylan Tate, his way over the bar. Remains Raith Rovers 1, Falkirk 0 with 37 minutes played. And it's all somewhat going to plan so far. Lovely afternoon to watch football here.
Just watching a replay there of the corner there. A good header from Hendry, but well cleared by Falkirk.
Telfer on that yellow card. He's the one that pulls the strings in the middle of the park for them.
He's the ones that pull the jerseys.
He loves it. Yeah, absolutely. On the pull in Kirkcaldy. Not said that since Jackie will close down. Here comes Falkirk, edge of the box, trying to create a shooting opportunity. Legs all over the place there. It falls to a Falkirk player. They do have an overlap. They find the wide player now. Delivered into the box. Davidson headers it out. Who's going to mop up? Young Tate. Ooh, should have got a bit more distance on that. Longridge trying to create a crossing opportunity. Little shimmy. Here it comes. A header. It's wide of the post, but a moment's anxiety for those behind the goal in the south stand.
Oh, me as well, David. Me as well. It was a good header from Johnson, but just narrowly wide.
That was headed wide at all points there. Yeah, Ray has certainly had a welcome of types from the Raith fans. He arrived to the strains of the Lemonheads belting out "It's a Shame About Ray" on the PA.
Oh, excellent. I missed that. Quality.
Followed up by Return of the Mac and several other ones that I probably shouldn't draw attention to. So, Regan Hendry plays the ball over the top. Mickey Miller's in. Strong challenge there. Falkirk getting the ball down. Both teams looking to play the ball on the deck where possible. Clearly two footballing teams. Regan Hendry comes away. Oh, he sold the Falkirk player a dummy there. It's his teammate who bailed him out. Is he fouled? Yes, he is. Falkirk unhappy with that one. Can't really comment because it was kind of happened behind the Raith Rovers dugout, so you will have seen it better on the pictures than I did.
Well, for the first time, Falkirk showing a lot of frustration in their ranks today, Davey.
Yeah, that's that's something that of course we hope continues.
Yeah, it's probably just a reflection of
a bit of personal pressure. Always helps.
Yep.
Kieran Bowie chases it into the corner, wins a throw in.
Still hard to believe Bowie, just such a young man, and just looks such the part there. His physique for a youngster, just
from the get-go
really
this
strong.
season, he's just not seemed like a young player in there.
No.
If there's any time where the ball goes out of play, I'll tell you about a nice little session I had with Kieran through the week. Doing a little bit extra work on behalf of the club. Goes all the way back to Ross Monroe. We'll not let our little stories get in the way of what we're here to do most importantly, and that's keep you up to date with the game. As Monroe plays it left footed, little dinked ball over the top. Referee lets that go. Two players absolutely shoving and pulling and tussling. It was Lewis Allen who was for once beaten there in that physical duel. Longridge comes inside. Brad Spencer does well. McDonald and Hendry. What a drop of the shoulder. He rides the challenge. Plays a ball over the top for Lewis Allen to chase. He's got it. Plays it inside. Lovely play. Here come Raith Rovers. Shot over the bar. McDonald could have and probably should have done better. But that all came from Regan Hendry picking the ball up at the edge of her own box. Plays a 1-2. The ball up the line was just sublime. The weight was perfect. Lewis Allen drops it inside to McDonald. I thought he could have advanced on goal there, Phil, but he smashed it easily 10 feet over the bar.
Powerful shot, but high and wide. But no, it's a good move. Back to front very quickly, and maybe we could have done a bit more of that last week. A disappointing result at East Fife, but one that I would say we've improved on today, performance-wise. Looked very composed today.
Yeah,
and that's
3
Kieran
minutes to
Bowie
half
dropping
time.
back.
I think if we can see this out at this score and no worse by half time, John McGlynn will be a happy man. Oh, that's late.
That man Robbie Leach again.
Robbie Leach has just wiped out Regan Hendry there.
And that's the frustration, a clear bad foul, and the referee doesn't even speak to the player, and that's your frustration about inconsistency. And
I mean, those out there who listen to us regularly will know that it's not just blue tinted glasses, because when it happens against us, I've got some empathy for the other team as well. Needless yellow cards mean needless suspensions later in the season. Falkirk trying to get on level terms before the break. Ian Davison trying to stop that good header. Bowie's beaten in the air.
Good tackle by Spencer there in the centre of the park.
Put himself about all the way through to the goalkeeper. We must can't finish the first half without acknowledging the loss of Ross Matthews from last week. What sounds like a just simply awful injury. Cheekbone and eye socket. Oh goodness. I
have to confess, Dave, I'm a little bit surprised on the fan talk about how little comment there's been on that. I always remember the horrific injury that Laurie Ellis got at Falkirk, and there was a lot of information we got about the state of that. And actually, if you look at the fan talk, there's been so much talk about the result at East Fife, which has kind of overshadowed the almost life-changing injury that poor Ross got last week. It's a real shocker.
This ball's played out, and I think that should be a Rovers ball. Oh, he's kept it in. Fair play there. Chance for him to deliver one very late in the half. Davidson headers it some distance from goal. Well done, Dylan Tate, to get it out. A minute to half time. Falkirk trying to get on level terms before we head down the tunnel. Referee looks at his watch. Goes on the halfway line. Telfer. Nice little bit of pressure there from Tate. Gives away a foul, and if there's a good place to give away the foul, that's it. On the halfway line, the ball's still moving, so Gregor Buchanan had to wait on the ball to stop before he gets play back underway. Telfer, Buchanan. Ball's probed through the middle. Ian Davidson's tracking the mark. The marker there, it goes out to Longridge. He's not had a lot of joy out in the right hand side. Goes over the top, McDonald's favourite for it. Falls to a white jersey though. It's going to go in the box. That's all they can do as we get towards half time. Very brave header there from Kyle Benedictus. And we head down the tunnel. Raith Rovers 1, Falkirk 0, 45 minutes played. Phil and I will go and get a little cup of tea.
So two teams ready to go. Second half of Raith Rovers versus Falkirk.
Yeah, Louis Longridge.
Robbie Leach gets the second half underway. It was a long ball deep into the Rovers half, and that man Ian Davidson, who featured a lot in the first half with some great clearances, tidies up once again, but Falkirk win the ball in the Rovers half, and great work there by Dylan Tate, battling away. Great work, forcing Falkirk back into their own half. It's Mark Durnan with a long ball wide, but Mikey Miller heads it clear. Balls with Gregor Buchanan, Falkirk captain. It's Paul Dixon, long at fall, but again it's Ian Davidson, good work at the back. Davidson plays it to Benedictus across the face of the Rovers goal, and that's Brad Spencer. Looks for options, only finds one in goalkeeper Ross Monroe. Monroe knocks it long high, and it's going to be Durnan for Falkirk with a header forward. It just rolls through to Monroe in the Rovers goal, and everybody gets back in position. Monroe looking for options, he's going to go long. Rovers have Anderson and Allen trying to win this long ball. Allen can't quite get to it, and Falkirk clear deep into the Rovers half, and again it's Davidson who plays it to, it's going to be Kieran McDonald back to Benedictus to halfway where Dylan Tate does some good work, tidies up, back to Benedictus, again another long ball looking for Lewis Allen but can't find him. It's ball back to front at the moment, back with the Rovers keeper now. A very frantic start to the second half, as it was with the first half, which kind of quieting down as the half went on. I think it could be an afternoon, Davy, for water from for the players.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there's going to be one of these water breaks in the first half. It certainly is warm enough. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Raith Rovers try and mount an attack up the left hand side.
That was a fantastic 50-yard pass there from Dylan Tate looking for Kieran Bowie, and he's just closed down there by Paul Dixon. But great work from Rovers. It's Regan Hendry in possession. He's looking for Benedictus just over the halfway line. Benedictus ploughing forward. He's looking to find McDonald, can't quite get it, and Falkirk intercept, and it's back with Durnan. Durnan plays it into Louis Longridge, who finds Robbie Leach, but Grant Anderson, pressure on him. Anderson again, good work. And the referee has blown up for a free kick to Falkirk. 2 minutes going into the second half. It's going to be a free kick to Falkirk. Mark Durnan with the ball. There's a long ball deep. It's going to be Ian Davidson once again with the header. Wins it. Dylan Tate tidies. That's Kieran MacDonald. Lobbed high over the halfway line. Lewis Allen challenges well with Durnan, but it's knocked forward into Rovers half. Falkirk in possession. Good work there from Denny Johnson. Johnson looking for his options. He's got Louis Longridge wide on the right. It comes to Longridge. He's going to take on Kieran MacDonald, and MacDonald's wise to it and breaks away well. Charges forward, looking for options, tries to find Lewis Allen. He does so wide on the railway stand side. Allen being supported by Michael Miller. Michael Miller back to Davidson. Davidson, nice square ball to Benedictus, calms it down. Benny looking for options. Anderson with a bit of movement. Ball to Spencer. Spencer looking for Lewis Allen, wide on the right hand side, finds a great ball. Good work from Allen, holds it up nicely. Dylan Tate in support. Takes on Ian McShane. There's a call for a penalty, and it's a penalty kick to Raith Rovers. Great work there from Dylan Tate. Absolutely fantastic.
I got a chance to watch that in the replay there.
Tate
certainly did nudge it past the play, Phil.
Here it comes, there's edge of the box. Definitely in the box, just knocks it past McShane. That's a penalty every day of the week.
Greg Aitken's got that absolutely correct.
Gregor Buchanan challenging with the referee, saying is it really a penalty, but on the replay, every day of the week. And Regan Henry's got a chance to extend Rovers' lead to 2, 3 minutes into the second half. The referee just getting everybody settled. Hendry composed. Here he goes, lines it up, and it's a goal. Centre of the goal, Regan Hendry. Raith Rovers 2, Falkirk 0. Great work there from the young lad Dylan Tate, winning a penalty, and a very, very good piece of play. Regan Hendry once again solid from the penalty spot. He really is a reliable man from that position.
Yeah, 2-0. Looking good. Some word bang on cue there actually, as you are talking about the attendance. Sam Smith just came and handed it to us. The attendance is 1,771 with 642 fans coming across over the Clintmanager or Kincardine Bridge.
Healthy support from Falkirk, and well done to them for that. Sure they won't be overly happy with the current scoreline, but
2-0 it is, Phil.
Rovers fans singing and absolutely delighted, and it's important now that we just consolidate the next 10 minutes.
It's all about a clean sheet, isn't it? We know how valuable that would be. If we can get this defensive situation sorted out, I can imagine that the confidence will start really pulsing through the veins of these Rovers players. But just now we are playing with that monkey on our back. What a ball there.
Great ball from Brad Spencer to Kieran MacDonald, who's racing forward at pace of knots, and he's just going to get pulled up for a foul for Gary Miller. But
Miller done really well, isn't it? He's just stepped in front. I was going to say he kind of bought the foul, but that's more critical than I meant it to be. Just professionally putting himself in the right spot.
Denny Johnson here on the edge of the Rovers box, gets it past Davidson, plays it wide long to the back post, and it just drifts out for a goal kick. And Falkirk fans and Ray McKinnon must be very frustrated. Looking like we've got an injury here. Kieran MacDonald signalling to the bench.
Yeah, I think it's Ian. Likewise, is saying this might
Ian Davidson. Ian Davidson signalled to the bench that he needs a sub. Stephen Anderson is away warming up. New signing, new on loan signing.
Just
get stripped and get out there. So this will be a good opportunity, as sad as it is for Ian Davidson to be going off, but good opportunity for Stephen Anderson with 40 minutes, 39 minutes left on the clock. We'll get to see our new on loan signing from St Johnstone, Stephen Anderson. Some water being taken on here by the players, and I'm assuming this will be a like for like swap, Davey. I'm sure Anderson will just drop in at the back.
Straight down the middle there. Well done, Ian Davison. You've had a great afternoon. It's lasted 51 minutes, but
it's a very good 51 minutes, Davey. We're looking at a hamstring here.
Yeah, it looks like the hamstring. He's holding the kind of back of his right buttock.
Nice wee touch there from Louis Vaughan, just giving Davo a pat there and just saying, well played.
Bag of ice is out.
Aye.
An award for Dylan Tatey, who was involved in that second penalty award there. Oh, a recovery challenge there from Gregor Buchanan, Phil, because it looked like Bowie might have been in.
Yeah, good work from the Falkirk defender. And here we go, Falkirk now on the attack. Hendry close in, trying to close down. Gary Miller, balls into the box. Oh, a glancing header there. I think it came off Denny Johnson. It's going to be a goal kick for Rovers. But, dangerous ball into the box.
I wondered, Phil, when you said that the Falkirk fans are becoming a bit animated, if it was the same chap that caught your eye that caught mine wearing the white away top.
Yes.
It was the one that stood out.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Wasn't
having a good
happy.
afternoon. Falkirk look like they're about to make a change as well. I see Declan McManus being summoned by the management team. Falkirk.
Double sub.
Could be a double sub indeed, Davey.
Both formerly of this parish.
Yep, and Grant Anderson's taking a knock here, and Rovers players urging the ball to be put out of play. Anderson, ball being played around him, he's lying on the ground, clutching his head. It's going to be a sore one, this. Referee Greg Aitken just tends to Anderson and makes his medical assessment, and we're allowed to bring the trainer on. And so, as you say, David, it's going to be two former players of this parish. It's going to be Aidan Connolly and Declan McManus. Two attacking options for Falkirk. Clearly 2-0 down. It's looking for goals, and these two players certainly have goals in them. Anderson still not moved. He's sort of lying on his side, being tended to by the physio. Looks like a facial knock. He's kind of shaking his head, and
He does get the bumps and the bruises, doesn't he?
he does. And you know, I think from the first time round, Davey, at Starts Park, one of the things that some people said about Grant Anderson was that, you know, he wasn't a great man for the 50-50 challenge, but I think he's come back a wiser, stronger and better player. And you know,
I think
we've
that,
seen a lot this season. He's gone in for those 50-50s, and he doesn't
Grant
look
Anderson's
phased.
been a great signing. You
I
know, if
think
this
he
was
has.
a player either who came back or we'd seen for the first time, either way, you'd still be saying, I like the look of him. Was I a bit sceptical that it was a bit sentiment? Absolutely. I'll not hide behind the microphone.
I think he offers
wondered
something
about it,
different. I
but
think
he
he's,
absolutely has, and I think
Yeah.
it's playing in this much more forward role.
you know, he continues to be great in the air, really good in the air, deceptively good in the air. But he just offers something, and he's, as I say, he covers back. He's good going forward, good in the air. You know, a good asset. It's Falkirk on the attack here, though. Down Rovers left, and Michael Miller's going to be challenged. He puts in a challenge, and ball's drifted across the Rovers box, but it's going to go out on the far side. But no, it's not. And there's that man Anderson back covering. He plays it to Kieran MacDonald, and great work there from Benedictus, who forces the foul from the Falkirk attacker number 16, Gary Miller. Good work by Benedictus, and good teamwork there at the back. And I would say that about today. You know, although Davidson's gone off, we have played very well as a team at the back.
Yep.
So here come the Falkirk changes.
Robbie Leach is certainly one of them going off.
It's going to be Leach, and it looks like the other one maybe. Struggling to tell. Connolly's on, and it is number 19. It's Lewis Moore going off. Falkirk, how are they lining up now? We look like we could be 4-3-3.
Certainly 3x Rovers on the pitch there for Falkirk. Of course, they've got the option of another one with Lewis Toshney on the bench, but they'll not be committing a centre half unless there's an injury.
We're 56 minutes gone here at Starts Park. It is 2-0 Raith Rovers, 2 penalties to Raith Rovers, but both justifiable penalties.
Yeah, yep.
And just important now, I think for the psyche of Raith Rovers, you know, it's important that we can try and close this game out at 2-0. That would be, you know, I think John McGlynn would be incredibly happy with that. There's Benedictus under pressure from Declan McManus. He clears it to halfway. Allen, just a slight nudge on Mark Durnan, but the referee's wise to it, and it's going to be a free kick on halfway to Falkirk. McManus already looking busy, and you know, Rovers fans will remember his time at Starts Park. He wasn't overly prolific in his goal scoring attributes, but nevertheless, you know, a dangerous player.
Is that a first touch for the Loney there? He heads the ball out of play for a throw-in.
A throw into Falkirk on the far side. It comes to Connolly. He's closed down by Bowie, and Falkirk forced to go back with Charlie Telfer. Plays a 1-2 but broken up by Rovers, and Regan Hendry knocks it away. Gregor Buchanan on halfway, squares it to Gary Miller. Ball forward, but Rovers' Michael Miller tidies. Good work from Bowie. But he's closed down by 2 players. Connolly's one of them, and he has the ball right now. Ball into McManus, 30 yards out. Plays the diagonal ball into the box, edge of the box. Falkirk shoots. Oh, good shot from Louis Longridge, but just wide. Sclaffed it wide. And dangerous moments there for Rovers. The defence was a little short-handed. It'll be interesting to see how Stephen Anderson fits in here. I can already see lots of chat and arm waving, gesticulation, which is what we want. Good talkers in the team, and I'm sure beside Benedictus, the pair of them will keep everybody on their toes.
It's quite a coup to be bringing a centre half from the Premiership down to League One. Someone who's so highly regarded.
Absolutely. I mean, players of that experience, a cup winner, etc., etc. Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a lot of understandable chat. What does that mean for Mendy? But I'm not. That's not what I'm drawn to. I'm drawn to the fact that it's about putting the strongest 11 out. And one thing we do know about Nando is that he's on trial.
Yep.
He's got that bit of a kind of wild card element to it. But do you want to be leaning on a wild card at any moment?
And I think it reinforces, what John McGlynn's all about. He's not scared to admit that, okay, I've brought Mendy in, but you know what, he's not doing the job, so I'm going to bring somebody else in until I find a guy who will do the job, and that's full credit to John.
Every week that Nando trains, every bounce game that he participates in, I've not heard anything, but you've got to wonder whether there might be a wee loan deal on the go. This boy's journey towards professional football playing, never mind that in a different country, I think maybe it's taking him by surprise as well.
Ball deep into the Rovers box, but great work by Ross Monroe in the Rovers goal. Clutches the ball out of the air, and that helps his defenders.
There was a noticeable easing off there from Kyle Benedictus as the ball came in, so I can only imagine that was really good shout from the goalkeeper.
And we haven't seen too much of Ross Monroe this season, but I think what we have seen has been pretty pleasing. A man who's very good with the ball at his feet, very comfortable. He's happy to come for crosses, looks confident, comfortable with his defenders. I've been very impressed. Rovers on the attack. Great early ball from Anderson to Kieran McDonald to the byline. Beautiful cross deep, looking for Bowie, and it's going to be cleared by Paul Dixon for a Rovers corner. Very sharp break there from Rovers, back to front in a matter of seconds, and
if you look at it just makes me think of the conversation we just had, Phil, there, where you look at the business that John McGlynn's done. Is you see that ball transitioning through Anderson, McDonald, the ball coming in, we've got Regan Hendry taking it, Brad Spencer, we were giving the high fives in the first half. There's a balance and a symmetry to this team.
Ball into the box here, deep, looking for Anderson. Stephen Anderson gets the head on it to Bowie. Bowie's nipped in, shoots, it's off the post, and it's back in. It's Lewis Allen, keeper again, saves, smashing the goalmouth. Oh, what fantastic play there. Great work, to be fair, to Robbie Much in the Falkirk goal. Made a save from point blank and then recovers and saves from Lewis Allen also from point blank. Allen must be wondering how that ball didn't hit the back of the net. Great work from Bowie as well, very tenacious at the back post, alive to the danger, and nips in.
All you can say is make the goalkeeper save it, and he did that. It was a strong hand at the near post, and then as Allen got the ricochet, he was strong again.
Dylan Tate, good work from him. Kieran Bowie takes on the Falkirk defenders, and
referee
looked to be pushed over there by a clutch of 3 Falkirk players.
He's absolutely bodied there as young Kieran.
And credit to him, he just gets up and gets on with it, Davey. Brilliant. So many of the modern day new players, they're all for going down and claiming the free kick and clutching the various body parts, but he just gets up and gets on with it, and good on him for that.
He's a good lad.
Falkirk with the throw here, Gary Miller. Being closed down by Rovers players, so his options are limited to McShane. Miller has to force to knock it back to Mark Durnan, and not for the first time, it's the long high clearance downfield. Stephen Anderson with a shout, his ball, wins it, and Benedictus out into Pratt Street. Ball off the houses, misses the windows, and ooh from the crowd, and it'll be a Falkirk throw. It's going to be Gary Miller. in line with the edge of the Rovers box with a throw in on Pratt Street side. Rovers just keeping Lewis Allen up front, everybody else back defending this throw, and it looks like it's going to be a long one. He's lining it up. Miller with the throw deep into the 6-yard box. Benedictus doesn't win it, and it's Brad Spencer that gets the first touch on, and it's cleared high to the halfway line. And cool work there from Gregor Buchanan, who just chests it down. Ball forward. Buchanan, it's Connolly there, wide, ball at the box, well cleared by Benedictus. Stephen Anderson, long clearance looking for Lewis Allen. And Allen just puts his hands on the player, and Buchanan takes the opportunity to go down, wins the free kick, and Falkirk urgent to get the ball forward again. Ball's in play quickly. Tackle by Anderson there on Paul Dixon. The referee thinks signals a throw where it looked like he might have given a free kick.
Yeah, I thought the foul was quite an obvious award there.
Will be a throw in. Throw comes in. Long one to Charlie Telfer, centre of the park. Great work from Lewis Allen. Closes him down early. Again, Lewis Allen into the challenge. Good work. Good hard working by the Rovers. And there's Regan Hendry closing down, and Rovers on the attack again, over halfway.
Brad Spencer.
Spencer's just been flagged offside. Oh, great move again by Rovers, but linesman on the far side just flagged Spencer. It can only be a matter
convinced by that one.
Of centimetres.
Be interesting to know what the chat board says. Those of you with the pictures, you'll have a nice advantage of that than we will. The sun's absolutely blazing down here, interfering with the picture quality a little bit.
Connolly's featured quite a lot since he came on, and there he is again. Finds Denny Johnson half inside the Rovers half. Johnson's options closed down, and Stephen Anderson does some good work, but he's a bit out of position now, and Falkirk on the attack, lined up, it's a shot on target, and well saved by Monroe, but Ian McShane forces his Rovers keeper to make probably the first save for a good long time. Shot on target, low, skimming across the, I was going to say turf, but across the plastic, and keeper goes down really well. Ball's now in his hands, and he's going to play it long into the Falkirk half. Looks for Lewis Allen, but he's out-muscled by Gregor Buchanan. Ball breaks for Rovers, and Hendry, always looking to be creative, tries to find Kieran McDonald, but it's Durnan that breaks that up. But Benedictus knocks it forward again, and it's going to be Durnan and Bowie challenging for it, and the young man's just slipped at the wrong moment, and Falkirk can tidy, but all back to the keeper, and Lewis Allen was close in on the keeper, forcing him to play it early. Benedictus up with McManus. Ball breaks to Michael Miller.
Pretty much everything expected of him, wasn't he?
He's picked the ball out of the net twice. I guess that's.
I just think that ball was a little bit short there. He was sharp off his line, and the two saves he had before that. I think the goalkeepers always think penalties are a bit of a gimme, aren't they?
Yeah.
You save them when you're the hero. You're not expected to, though.
That's right. Good work from Anderson there. Back to goalkeeper Ross Monroe. Plays it long. Looking for Bowie, who's just pushed off the ball. Referee decides not to give it. Two hands on the back of Bowie there. It looked like a clear foul, but it's now Brad Spencer. Finds Dylan Tate wide on the left hand side. Tate looks to take on three and plays a lovely little ball inside to Kieran Bowie, edge of the box. He's out muscled again, but he fights back in his inimitable way. Great work. Brad Spencer keeps it in. Kieran McDonald, Dylan Tate, good football, Rovers. Outside of the foot, Regan Hendry knocks it wide to Michael Miller. Front of the railway stand, he finds Grant Anderson. Anderson turns defender beautifully. Grant Anderson takes it to the byline. Oh, looks to find Lewis Allen in the box. It's cleared by Falkirk for a Rovers throw. What a lovely passage of play, David.
Is there anything more enjoyable from a midfielder? More enjoyable than that outside of the foot pass. It's aesthetically really pleasing.
I think we've had one from Spencer, one from Hendry today, and it was great. And interestingly, Davey, I see Louis Vaughan there just going for a wee warm up, and that would be very interesting. Ball into the box, cleared by Buchanan. Denny Johnson heads clear. Rovers a bit sparse at the back. We've only got three players back at the moment. Michael Miller's looking to get back, but ball's beyond him, and it's Connolly now on the ball, but he's forced to hold it up. Turns inside, edge of the box. Slays it wide, just too far for Louis Longridge, and a very frustrated Louis Longridge sees that ball drift out.
Confirmation on his chat board that the ball was played out a little bit too late. Regan Hendry, the earlier offside was an accurate one.
I demand a recount, Davey. If that's a Rovers fan saying that, we need bias. And
absolutely.
Rovers throw taken by Kieran McDonald to Benedictus. Looks for Lewis Allen on halfway. Allen does well against Durnan. Tries to turn him, but Durnan comes back for a bit more, and both players hit the ground, and it'll be a free kick to Falkirk.
There was no turning Durnan there.
You've done me there, Davey. Absolutely done me. Wee Dylan Tate there, possibly getting away with a yellow card. He just kicks the ball away at the free kick, and a more officious referee might have chosen to produce a card, but referee Greg Aitken chooses not to, and will be this free kick to Falkirk. 67 minutes gone. Raith Rovers 2, Falkirk 0. There's Grant Anderson back helping the defence. Good header, clear.
Just your point there about his prowess in the air. Won that like a centre half.
He's tremendous in the air. We all remember the early days of the clear out from McGurn, the header on from Anderson, and take it from there. So Rovers now have 2 subs warming up. We've got Dave Mackay and Louis Vaughan both down there in front of the south stand. Play, it's going to be Rovers with a free kick, with a throw in with Michael Miller. He's looking to find Grant Anderson, can't do so. It's back to Henry, who plays a lovely little dink over a Falkirk defender. Can't quite get it over Gary Miller. Louis Longridge closed down well by Dylan Tate. Great work ethic by Rovers this afternoon. There's Tate again, nibbling away at the ankles. Grant Anderson the same. Aidan Connolly, he's turned Michael Miller and he's on the edge of the box. He does well, ball into the box. Good hands from Ross Monroe, down low. 2 Falkirk players in on the keeper, and signs from John McGlynn that he's bringing around Louis Vaughan, who will make a 68th, 69th minute appearance for Raith Rovers for the first time this season. The
bib's off, and the boys getting ready.
And we're all with our fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor Salmon getting ready to come on for Falkirk. And Andy Mendy kindly gets on his jersey at the box, and pat in the back. The adrenaline will be absolutely coursing through his veins.
Great work there from Stephen Anderson to Grant Anderson. Lovely flick on to Dylan Tate. Tate pressure down on the goalkeeper. Keeper Robbie Much can only clear it as far as Brad Spencer. He's been closed down, but he's aware of the danger and plays a nice ball out to Kieran McDonald on the left hand side here. Halfway inside the Rovers half. Tate again, composed on the ball. Good work from Benedictus into Regan Hendry. Finds Tate. Tate, a great ball through, looking for Bowie. Pressure through on the Falkirk keeper, and Bowie's taken out there by Mark Durnan. And I think on another day that is a penalty.
I think when you've given 2 penalties, you're not going to give a third, but anywhere else in the park, that's probably a booking and a foul. It
was a clear body check, stopped Bowie going in on the keeper, and yeah, look, it's a foul, right? Louis Vaughan being patted and high-fived by the majority of the Rovers bench. They know what this means to the young man, and I think we all know what this means to the young man, and good luck. It's Falkirk edge of the box here though. It's Connolly again, who's caused a lot of problems since coming on. Plays an excellent ball to the edge of the box. Shot goes over the bar, and Paul Dixon will think he could have done better there.
En masse, the 642 Falkirk fans throw their hands above their heads.
It's a great piece of work from Aidan Connolly, not for the first time on the edge of the box. Turns the Rovers defence, left foot ball into Paul Dixon's path, and all he had to do was hit it goalward, and he failed to do so. And it's big Connor Salmon will be coming on for Denny Johnson, who's put in a shift this afternoon. Certainly in the second half, Davey, he's put in a good effort, but Rovers defence will now have some work cut out. Big Connor Salmon, we all know what he can do, and here it is. Dylan Tate makes way, and the whole of Starts Park are on their feet welcoming back Lewis Vaughan. Well, John McGlynn, round of applause. It's lovely to see.
That introduction's welcomed with more volume than our second goal. Welcome back, Lewis. Welcome back. Was for Dylan Tate. I wonder if maybe I just stole your thunder there. I think he's had a really good game.
I think he's played an excellent game. He's just linked up in the midfield there. He's played some lovely little balls through, been very creative, been very tenacious, and definitely one for the future. And here we have Louis Vaughan on the ball already.
Oh, he's in the box.
He's beaten Dixon. He's turned inside. Oh, and he just falls over at the last minute. But great work already by Louis Vaughan. Turned Paul Dixon inside out on that right hand side, and Louis back.
Well, look at who's hassling down in the corner. Louis Vaughan and Regan Hendry. Excellent.
Vaughan, didn't he go in for the tackle, son?
It's too early.
No, it's too early.
It's too early.
But that just characterises the boy. He wants to play football, and he's going to play it at 100%, and nobody's going to tell him any different. And good on him for that.
Yeah, I bumped into his family as I was leaving on Tuesday night just before the bounce game. His mum had said that she mentioned to him, "Are you nervous about tonight?" And he just went, "No."
I think maybe when you have that much skill and ability, Davey, you maybe never get nervous.
It's all about the belief and the trust in the surgeon and the support team and everything that goes with it. When they say you're ready, you're ready. He's not being risked here. He's just to be ready.
Good work from Connolly again, coming deep for Falkirk there and challenging Hendry and winning a throw for Falkirk. It will be inside the Falkirk half, but Falkirk forced to play it back to Gregor Buchanan, and he knocks it wide to Mark Durnan. Durnan charges forward over halfway, finds Gary Miller wide on the right. He turns inside, beats Bowie, but Bowie's back in the tackle, goes in again. He's gone down and looks like he's got a really sore knee injury.
Oh no.
Kieran Bowie looks like he's done something serious here as Rovers burst forward with Brad Spencer, who's taken out. But I'm more concerned, Davey, with this Kieran Bowie, and referee has issued a yellow card, but just
Stay
looking
down.
back here, we've got Kieran McDonald looking at Kieran Bowie, his ankle or knee, and this does not look good. And Kieran Bowie is punching the ground, absolutely frustrated. Trainer is on, and this
club doctor accompanier
is not good.
Yeah, all of the body language says that this is serious. He's in a lot of pain there, Phil.
He doesn't look good at all. He's on his knees and he's on his
trying
feet.
To see if he can weight bear.
Trying to put weight on his left. It's his left leg, whether it's knee or ankle, I'm not sure, but he certainly will not be taking any more part in this game. And I think Rovers have already committed 3 substitutes here. 2, Davey?
Anderson and Vaughan. So
Anderson and Vaughan, but we're alright. I'm glad you're counting, sir. Bowie's being helped off by the club doctor and the club physio, taking all the weight off that left ankle. Benedictus across talking to the manager, trying to decide what we're doing. It's Dave Mackay with a strip.
Anguish. Ow is what we can see.
Yeah, I don't think there's any ice bag in the world, Davey, that's going to be helping that anytime soon.
Fair play to Ray McKinnon there, a little pat in the back for Kieran Bowie as he walks past him.
Dave Mackay makes way onto the pitch.
Yeah, it was hard to really say. Gav's asking about the Bowie incident there, because it was just kind of behind the dugout where we've got limited vision, so you'd have seen it better on the pitch.
Brace yourself, Rovers fans. 25 yards. It's Vaughan with a free kick. Oh, it hits the bar! Louis Vaughan puts an absolute peach of a free kick, hits off the bar. 25 yards. What an absolute beauty, and what a moment that would have been. Oh, that was absolute Rovers magic.
I'll tell you what, let's get Bowie back and doing what he can, because Louis Vaughan and Kieran Bowie up top, it's absolutely mouth-watering.
Yeah, absolutely right, Davey. Just looking down and they're just taking Bowie's boot off. It's going to be interesting to see what we find under there. And
I'll keep an eye on that, Phil. You keep up with the game, you're doing a grand job there.
Spencer to McDonald to Benedictus. It's long, high, and Vaughan's going to beat the offside trap, and Vaughan's in with Durnan. Vaughan takes on Durnan. Oh, he goes down, but it's a bit soft, and the characteristic Louis Vaughan claim to the referee for the decision, doesn't get it. But Rovers again, terrier-like in midfield. Ball from Hendry, he's looking for Vaughan, can't find him, and keeper Robbie Much just nicks the ball away, and urgency on the Falkirk players' faces. There's Longridge back, plays the ball forward, and Benedictus is hopefully going to shepherd that one out, and he's pushed over there by Declan McManus, and it's going to be a Raith Rovers goal kicking. Good work from Benedictus. Takes a sore one, but takes one for the team, and that's great work. I think John McGlynn signalling to the team that he's looking for a diamond there in the kind of midfield area. And
so it's definitely the left ankle. There is some movement, so they're obviously checking for a fracture there. We've got the physiotherapist and doctor there giving some treatment. Looks quite swollen. but he's able to tap it, he's able to move it.
Rovers in possession. That sounds like kind of good news, Davey, but obviously early days yet. Rovers with the ball wide on the left here. Kieran McDonald back to Regan Hendry, who's had an excellent afternoon. McDonald, lovely swift ball into Brad Spencer to Lewis Allen. It's Regan Hendry, edge of the box, dancing feet, beats the defender left foot. Oh, he was going for the far corner.
He's got a hat-trick, of course, Phil. I know you have difficulty with your counting. That'll be 3 goals.
That's right, exactly.
I thought it was always me that had the problem with the counting.
There's a ball from Stephen Anderson to Dave Mackay, wide on the right. He looks to take on Connolly, does so, can't get the cross in, but Mackay gets a second bite of the cherry. Brad Spencer edge of the box, lines it up, can't get the shot in, and the ball's away, and it's with Falkirk with Louis Longridge. He goes long, but Benedictus will have no problem playing this back to Ross Monroe, who plays it long, high
kick.
And I guess you could say handsome, but it's only landed at the Falkirk feet. And again, tenacious work from Spencer. Vaughan's in there as well, and it breaks down Michael Miller to Dave Mackay. Louis Vaughan wide on the right hand side, lovely feet as we would expect. Louis Vaughan, great ball inside to Grant Anderson. He turns nicely, 25 yards out, he takes a push but stays on his feet. Great ball. It's Vaughan, takes on Aidan Connolly, he goes for the far corner. Ambitious, but that's Louis Vaughan, right?
Look at John McGlynn's
John
face.
McGlynn's got a big smile on his face. I think other players may have received the John McGlynn skill, but Louis Vaughan gets a nice wee smile. And you can just sense the crowd are lifted, Davey. You can just hear it. Okay, we're winning 2-0, but
across the board, though, on the pitch, off the pitch, the touchline, the fans, the commentary team, there is an extra something about having Louis Vaughan around.
Absolutely. And there's a long ball from Hendry. He's testing Louis Vaughan's fitness very early on. He's getting him to chase a long one, which he just isn't going to catch. And it's going to be back with Falkirk with Gary Miller in front of the dugouts here. He plays it inside to Charlie Telfer, stays on his feet. But it's back to Miller, and great credit to Rovers closing Falkirk down, giving him no time on the ball.
11 minutes remaining.
Ball wide on the left, there's that man Connolly, who's done so much good work since he's coming in. He plays a great ball to Louis Longridge, header across. 2 Rovers players go for it. Benedictus wins it. And there's Vaughan again with a great ball. Grant Anderson straight offside, but he needs to get back on. And Hendry just had to hold on to that ball whilst Anderson came back on side and gave Falkirk enough time to win it. There's a long ball. Again looking for Connolly, finds him, he keeps it in on the byline. Ball's across, good work from Benedictus.
Connor Salmon thought he scored there. He was just going to guide that into the top corner. That was a great header there from Benedictus. Gone down, maybe take a little bit of a knock.
And I think that's just the professionalism. I think he's just taking a wee breather as Falkirk just start to step up the pressure a little bit.
Continues to the ankle of... Well, there you go.
For Andy Mendy there looking a wee bit excited.
Paul Smith told Mendy to go and warm up, and then John McGlynn leaned in to say we're only allowed 3 subs, Smudger.
McGlynn's telling everybody to get back into the box to defend this one.
The foot's been elevated with ice on it for Kieran Bowie. Not visibly in pain, but I think we're going to see him for a couple of weeks at least.
Falkirk back on halfway. Mark Durnan looking for options, but not for the first time, and we see crutches being brought to the dugout by Dylan Tate, and I guess that's going to be for Bowie, and Connolly goes down in the box, and that would be a very lamentable penalty if they were getting that one.
Would have been
really soft.
I better give the away team one.
Aye.
The fans are screaming for it, but not for me. Flags up.
Long ball forward, Grant Anderson flagged offside. Mark Durnan I think was about to be done for pace there, and he was a lucky man. We're at 81 minutes on the clock. It remains Raith Rovers 2, Falkirk 0. Rovers have played the second half very, very well so far, and 9 minutes to go. Be a little bit added extra time, I'm sure, for injuries and subs, but so far so good. Falkirk now in possession. The Rovers half, wide left. Ball's in from Dixon, high into the box. Floated in there, it comes out. Oh, it's going to be a penalty.
Louis Vaughan's giving it away.
Penalty. Vaughan.
That's a penalty.
On Charlie Telfer. It was a bit of a soft one. Ball broke off the Rovers player in the box. Nothing they could do about that, and Vaughan went in when it was a clear goal scoring opportunity. Yeah, I think every day of the week
he's got that one right. I think that's
that
three.
one.
The third penalty award that Greg Aitken's got bang on the money. Let's see if Ross Monroe can be the hero.
Charlie Telfer against Ross Monroe. He lines up, takes it. Oh, he's hit the bar! He's hit the bar. Ross Monroe went the right way, but Telfer has hit the bar from the penalty spot.
Here come Rovers.
Ray McKinnon must be absolutely furious. Here's Rovers. 6-7 players on the counter attack here. It's a ball to Dave Mackay. Good cross deep and just evades Grant Anderson at the back post. But again, once again, for the 4th or 5th time this afternoon, Rovers break really quickly, and I think that's been
absolutely
a real advantage of this afternoon. Going to be a goal kick to Falkirk.
Well, Ross Monroe's celebrating that as if he picked out the top corner. Smashed off the bar. A pal from the pie stand gives us a wee high five on the way past. It's one of the great bits about volunteering for RaithTV is that so many more people know you than you know them. Seem to be everybody's pal.
Falkirk here on the attack. Wide on that left hand side. Again. Ball into the box. Connor Salmon flick header, but it's over the bar. And we can definitely see that Connor Salmon over 90 minutes will pose a threat from cross balls, high balls, set pieces.
I'm not sure that you get an irony emoticon, but oh what a shame from Fudge Donut is laced with sarcasm.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure Ross Monroe was getting to that because he, as I say, definitely went the right way. So yeah, we'll give him credit for that one. There's going to be a goal kick to Raith Rovers. It's going to be Ross Monroe. He's certainly in no hurry to take this one. Takes it left-footed. Long, deep into the Falkirk half. Lewis Allen just muscled off it by Greggy Buchanan. The ball's high in the air. It's Stephen Anderson looking for namesake Grant Anderson. Ball's knocked back to Robbie Much in the Falkirk goal. He's closed down by Grant Anderson. Good work, good closing. Gary Miller, good work by Brad Spencer, but his ball's just tipped past him. Michael Miller's across, a little bit out of position, and it's Declan McManus with a long shot, saved by Ross Monroe there. That was it. When he left his foot, it didn't look dangerous, but
I think he saw it late. But what was impressive is he's got a distance in it. When it came off his gloves, he's clearly not be able to hold it. He's got a distance and get the ball out of the way.
Did very well, but that's McManus, predatory striker, shoot from anywhere.
The thing that stands out for me, Phil, I'm just looking through the team lines and think, well, maybe Falkirk will think we've weakened the team a wee bit, too much squad rotation, but I'm looking at our team and thinking, I think we've got another 10-15% in us.
Yeah, I agree.
We're also just a couple of weeks away from Tony Dingwall as well.
I'd like to think that even if we were getting beat today, I would be still commending this performance, because I think that our, just our closing down, our work rate, our energy, our momentum in the game has been really impressive.
Drops the shoulders, looks to the ground and walks into the dugout there as that ball's overplayed by quite some distance.
I mean, Falkirk on paper look like a really strong team, but just something about them just doesn't seem to be gelling.
Absolutely, because when there's so many well-known names there that you'd be thinking, I feel that we're a wee bit the underdogs today. I've not felt that at all. No. Even when they had long spells in the first half where they've seen a lot of possession, I didn't feel that they were hurting us.
And sometimes we've seen that with Rovers teams in the past, where you get a lot of names together, but they just, as a unit, just don't seem to work. And so far, fingers crossed, that's the case here. But
it's the quirk of 7 days. 7 days ago, and we were lamenting, what kind of team are Raith Rovers going to be?
Cleared there by Stephen Anderson, edge of the box, but it's that man Connolly again, twinkle toes, edge of the box. Declan McManus finds Lou Longridge, edge of the box, but balls into the box. Stephen Anderson, good header, and it's now going to be Grant Anderson who whacks the ball high into the sky. Greggy Buchanan is under pressure from Regan Hendry, who forces the ball all the way back to the Falkirk keeper, and that's indicative of the afternoon. Rovers forcing Falkirk back. Brad Spencer,
well done,
great challenge. Out muscles Louis Longridge, he's on the edge of the box, 3 players forward. Louis Vaughan on the edge of the box looking for it. Spencer, he's run out of options. He's brought down on the edge of the box, and it's going to be a free kick to Rovers. Great work by Spencer, held it up, realised that he didn't have any options, and there's another Rovers player down on the far side. It's going to be Regan Hendry, who will be requiring some treatment. He's just struggling to his feet now.
He looks okay.
The physio is probably just overly tired for this afternoon, and Hendry kind of just, I'm not sure his head's down, but
He looks okay.
I think if you give him the ball in that position, he's going to be alright, but it's going to be that man Louis Vaughan.
Is this the moment? Everyone on the bench is on their feet. Dave McGurn standing on the wall to get a look at this, because you know that the script says it should go in.
22 yards, Louis Vaughan curls it into the far edge of the goal, and it was so close. The 5-man wall were nowhere near it, and Vaughan was so close.
That's garbage. What's this all about?
Aye, it needs dropped for next week, Davey.
What's this
2
all
free
about?
kicks,
Louis Vaughan
no
this,
goals.
Louis Vaughan that. First one that rattled the bar.
And that one wasn't far away either.
3 minutes remaining.
Falkirk again on the ball. Connolly having to drop deep to get the ball. That's a good sign for Raith Rovers. Buchanan squares it to Durnan, just over halfway. Rovers have every man behind the ball.
You got your passport looked out for the next round, Phil?
Yeah, I always said I wanted to go and see Connor's Quay. It's probably not a place, it's probably just the name of a team, but there you go.
Yeah, I think we're due a trip over the water, aren't we?
Oh, Solihull. Game just appears in a bit of a lull, which is a good thing for Rovers with 2 minutes left on the clock. Ross Monroe with the Rovers goal kick. Falkirk backroom staff look to be packing up as if they think the game's over.
Yeah, I don't think that they're writing down their names for the penalty kick takers.
Ball to halfway to Vaughan, who looks like he's foul but doesn't get the decision, and Connor Salmon wins it. And there's great work from Kieran McDonald, sharpen the challenge to Brad Spencer.
We've looked fit
inside.
Today, Neil.
Yeah,
Neil,
absolutely. Neil's in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
There's Vaughan looking to take on Gary Miller but can't get past him.
It was that burst from McDonald there, Phil. I just thought, just looked like he's got more in the tank.
Yeah, I think to a man, I think every player looks like he's
they've enjoyed today.
20% more energy. Maybe that's just the ability we've been told, relax and enjoy it and play your football, and we've certainly done that today. Ball into Vaughan. Jinking feet, tries to get past Longridge and Miller but can't do so, but keeps the ball down in the Falkirk half. It's Gregor Buchanan, Falkirk captain. Ball out to Gary Miller, deep in the Falkirk half. Rovers playing it tight, all Falkirk players matched up. Miller frustrated that there's nobody showing for it, and Mark Durnan, he finds Lou Longridge front of Falkirk dugout. Ball into Salmon, touch inside for Declan McManus. He's taking it deep to the byline, tries to get the ball across, but good work from Kieran McDonald, and the ball looks like it's gone out for a throw in for Falkirk. It'll be Lou Longridge. Takes an urgent throw in. It comes edge of the box. Good work by Charlie Telfer. Gets the cross in. Rovers keeper Ross Monroe thinks the ball's out, but linesman doesn't. And it's cleared wide on the far side for a Falkirk throw. Scoreboard is showing 90 minutes.
Yeah, Monroe thought the ball went out and then back in, but Anderson just nudged that out for the throw in, just to be sure. Yeah, a round of applause you'll hear in the background is for Cian Bowie as he makes his way up the touchline on crutches.
That looks a very nasty injury, and
he's young, he'll heal quicker than most, and we know that we're due a little bit of luck with injuries, so
good round of applause for Bowie.
It's not as serious as we anticipate.
Ball's played deep into the Rovers half, but good work by Louis Vaughan coming back to tidy up, and he gets a great pass from Regan Hendry. Vaughan holds it up, but he's beaten by Gary Miller, and Vaughan, you can see how keen he is to get that ball, the anguish on his face that he couldn't win that tackle. We're all just hoping he stays fit and healthy. There's Grant Anderson, big high ball. You can hear the Rovers fans applauding Bowie as he goes down the tunnel. There's Lewis Allen, good work coming back to cover, and Spencer in with the tackle, but it's Falkirk on the ball moving forward. Declan McManus plays out to Gary Miller. He tries to find Longridge but can't do so, and Kieran McDonald tidies at the back. Some neat work from McDonald and clears it down to Hendry, who's on halfway. Great feet from Hendry as always, but crowded out by 3 players. Falkirk on the attack again. Ian McShane wide to Paul Dixon. Dixon finds Conley, but they're wide out on the left hand side and well marshalled by Dave Mackay. Edge of the box, McManus looks to turn, but Spencer's back covering, and great work once again by Rovers. Ball to Regan Hendry on halfway. Looks for a
Good
corner
pace
to
from
go and
Allen.
hide in. Great work by Hendry. He's beaten one, he's beaten two. Edge of the box, he's looking for Allen. He tries to beat three, and he's taken out by Greggy Buchanan. And I think that's a moral yellow card. He was just too good for him. Great work from Hendry.
Such a talent, Phil, isn't he?
What a player! What a player!
I mean, for us to have Regan Hendry in League One is just quite something.
Yeah.
Man of the match performance from Regan as Jim Clark reads that out. Never in doubt.
It's going to be a free kick, and I think
This'll
the
be
Fraser's third time lucky. It'll be Louis Vaughan from a little bit further out. I think we're probably talking 25, 27 yards here.
Some interesting scores across the other games in this cup.
Free kick.
Here comes Regan Hendry to
Hendry
take
takes it. Left foot. Oh, just narrowly past the post. Good free kick from Hendry, and great from Vaughan that we've got that option. We've got two really good free kick experts. Goal kicks taken very quickly. We're 3 minutes and 20 seconds over time. It's Durnan for Falkirk. Chips it forward, digs it forward. Stephen Anderson, strong header in there. Urges his defenders to push out.
He's beaten 4-4, so I guess they'll be top of the league now.
There's another long ball high deep into the Rovers half, and Kieran McDonald battling with McManus and wins it over McManus. Louis Vaughan brings it down, tidy. Miller plays the ball to Dave Mackay, wide on the right hand side to Anderson. Rovers now trying to play keep ball. It's Mackay back to goalkeeper Ross Monroe, who's closed down by Salmon, but ball's cleared to halfway. It's going to be Lou Longridge, 25 yards out. Again Spencer back covering. Good work by Stephen Anderson at the back there. Plays a tidy ball, and the referee blows for full time. The final score here at Starks Park. A magnificent performance from Raith Rovers. It's Raith Rovers 2, Falkirk 0.
Well, thank you very much, Phil. Great to have your company. We'll be back here on Match Action in 7 days' time when we welcome Peter Haig back for league business. We're off the top, but we're certainly flying high in this cup at the moment. We'll keep our eye on the draw. We'll wish you all happy and healthy week, and we'll get away to celebrate this victory. All the best.
Thanks very much.